This guy has been a three-time Detroit Red Wings goalie coach to help the team to Stanley Cups in 98, 2002, and 2008. He played part of two seasons during the Capitals' building years of the late 1970s and did quite well. Then he started playing in the Finnish League, and he played 12 seasons overseas, mostly in the lower divisions, before retiring in 1994. Now, James Bedard, or Jim Bedard, as he's sometimes called, 6 feet 175, from the big hockey community of Niagara Falls, overachieved in a lot of ways because a lot of people felt he was not going to make it in the NHL, even though being drafted by the Capitals and the Oilers in the 76 entry drafts, 91st overall by the Capitals in the 6th round, and in the 10th round, 106th overall by the Oilers. Why he got the recognition, he was playing some really solid hockey in the OHA for the Sudbury Wolves. He put up some decent numbers over 3 seasons, 66, 50, and 58 games, with a strong goals against average under 4. And he played nearly 3,400 minutes in the 76 season, his draft year. Now, he eventually made it to pro hockey in 77. He played 48 games that year with Dayton Gems, which was Washington's affiliate. Then he graduated to the Hershey Bears, and then became Washington's #1 goalie in 78 with 43 starts, with 11, 23, and 7 record, with a very, very impressive 3.66 average. Now, 79, he split time between Hershey and Washington again. 26 games at Hershey with 9-11 and 2 record, 3.76, and then with Washington for 30 games as the backup, 17 and 6 with a 4.34 average. But from there, it kind of went different. Get this, ladies and gentlemen. Are you sitting down for this? He played with 5 minor pro teams in 1980. He played with the Rochester Americans, the Cincinnati Stingers of the AHL, the Hershey Bears of the AHL, Cincinnati Stingers of the CHL, Rochester Americans of the AHL, the Dayton Gems of the IHL, and the Tulsa Oilers of the CHL. Now, he only played 35 games that year, but had some decent numbers, except for Hershey, where he had 9 goals in 60 minutes played. Now, we talked about he jumped over to Finland. He played a number of seasons overseas with TPS Turku, Ketalata Amatra, then Tutu Turku, then HPK Hämeenlinna, then Keiko 67 Turku, then Tutu Turku again. And for those teams, he was pretty well the #1 goalie or a strong backup. In those years, he played 32, 29, 11, 35, 44, 43, 34, 36, 31, 31, 37, 40, and 37 games, finally retiring in 94. Some decent numbers. Majority of those seasons were under 4, and a majority of them as well were under 3 goals against, with high save percentages from 87% to almost 93. So, very decent career. Final NHL totals. Don't tell the whole story, though. 17, 40, and 13 with a very struggling Washington franchise, learning how to get better. Basically, the overall situation got better for them. But his save percentage for Washington was quite strong at 87%. Now, talking about his upon retirement, when he retired in 94, he became the goalie coach for the Red Wings for 19 seasons. Very underrated. Led a lot of the goalies for Detroit to great success, and used his skill overseas, the European style, the North American style, their minor hockey style, to apply to the great goalies the Red Wings have had over those 2 decades. Now, the team did not renew his contract in 2016. However, he became the goalie coach for the Detroit Red Wings Alumni Association, and he's also active in many efforts to raise money for children's charities in the Metro Detroit area. It's a great area of the States. Now, he became the goalie coach of the OHL's Windsor Spitfires for the 2007 season, and he's also been the goalie coach for the Dallas Stars AHL team, the Texans, based in Austin. So, a very, very interesting career in hockey. And, we always remember Ron Lowe and Bernie Wolf, Michel Boulmure, Gary Smith, all these players that played for Washington, the goalies. But Bedard needs our respect because I forgot about him for a number of years until somebody reminded me he was a long-time goalie coach. And I looked at his stats for Washington, and I said to myself, when you're under fire like that on a growing team, because the first 5 years for Washington, it was rough, ladies and gentlemen. They only had Yvon Labre and Bragan Gallo and a few other key players. They never had a solid, four defensemen until Langley showed up, and then it was all success after. So you see the Washington Capitals of 2021 with Ovechkin. This team was far away, not even an IHL equivalent to 2021. But Bedard was talented, and he gave his best to the team. And when they won, it was because of him, because he was stopping upwards of 40 or 50 shots a night. And as one of the announcers for the Montreal Canadiens once said, being a goalie from Washington is like walking through a lion's cage in a pork chop suit. So that kind of sums it up right there. So that's a legend of Jim Bedard. Thanks for listening. Bye.